Prince Adewale had everything a man could ever dream of. His palace was so big it could take hours to walk from one end to the other. The floors were made of gold, the walls covered with rare gemstones. Yet, with all that wealth, Adewale felt a deep emptiness in his heart. No one truly knew him, not the real him. Every woman he met seemed more interested in his money and power than in who he was. His father, King Aladil, frequently held grand parties where nobles from all over the continent would come with their daughters, hoping to catch his eye. But Adewale saw through their false smiles and empty flattery. One night, as he sat alone on the balcony of his room, overlooking the vast lands his family owned, he whispered to himself, "There has to be more to life than this." He wanted love, real love, and he knew he wouldn't find it in the palace. A plan began to form in his mind, one that would change his life forever. Early the next morning, he went to his father, King Aladil, in the royal chamber. The king sat on a throne, reviewing documents. "Father, I need to talk to you," Adewale began, his voice steady but firm. The king glanced up, intrigued by his son's serious tone. "What is it, my son?" the king asked. Adewale took a deep breath. "Father, I want to leave the palace. I want to find a woman who loves me for me, not for my wealth." The king's hearty laugh echoed through the chamber. "Why would you leave all this for something so uncertain? Women love power, Adewale. You don't need to chase them. They'll come to you." But Adewale's face remained serious. "That's exactly the problem, father. I don't want someone who comes to me for my crown. I want someone who sees me for who I am." The king's laughter faded. "You're asking to abandon your responsibilities. The people need their prince here." Adewale didn't flinch. "I'll come back. But first, I need to do this for myself." His best friend, Kola, overheard the conversation and joined in. "You're crazy, Adewale. Out there, life is tough. People don't live like this." He gestured around the room, emphasizing the luxury they were surrounded by. "You'll regret it." But Adewale's mind was made up. For days, he argued with his father, refusing to back down. Finally, the king relented, though not without a warning. "Go, but take Kola with you. And remember, you're my son. Don't embarrass this family." London was nothing like the palace. The streets were crowded with people rushing in every direction, and the air was filled with the noise of car horns, chatter, and the occasional street musician. The towering buildings and gray skies gave the city a sense of hustle and urgency that was completely foreign to Adewale. Adewale and Kola found a small flat to stay in. It was tiny and modest, with peeling wallpaper and a leaky faucet, a stark contrast to the grandeur of the palace. "This is what normal people do," Adewale said proudly, though Kola grumbled every step of the way. "Normal people live like this. This is madness," Kola muttered, struggling with the rickety bunk bed they had to assemble themselves. To truly immerse himself in this new life, Adewale got a job as a cleaner at a local bank. It wasn't glamorous, but he enjoyed the simplicity of it. Each morning, he donned his uniform and cleaned the offices before the employees arrived. In their free time, Adewale and Kola explored the city. From the bustling markets of Camden to the serene paths of Hyde Park, they saw every corner of London. Adewale's excitement was contagious, though Kola often complained. "Where do people go to find love here?" Adewale asked one day as they walked through Trafalgar Square. "Beats me," Kola said. "But let's try everything." Their first stop in the search for love was a local church. The choir sang beautifully, and the people seemed kind. Adewale felt a sense of peace there, and that's where he met Mary. Mary was charming, with a bright smile and an infectious laugh. She approached Adewale after the service and struck up a conversation. They talked about faith, life in London, and their shared love for helping others. Adewale was immediately drawn to her. Mary invited them to a charity event later that evening. Adewale was thrilled, believing he had finally met someone genuine. But when they returned to their flat after the event, Adewale discovered all his belongings were gone. "Where's my watch? My wallet?" he cried out, rummaging through the small suitcase he had brought from the palace. Kola looked around the flat, his face darkening. "That Mary girl. She's a thief. Adewale felt a deep sense of betrayal. He couldn't believe that someone who had seemed so kind could do such a thing. Yet, he refused to give up on his quest for love. "We'll keep looking," he said, his determination unshaken. Next, they decided to try their luck at a nightclub. The place was alive with energy, the music loud enough to make the floor vibrate. The flashing lights and crowded dance floor created an electric atmosphere. That's where Adewale met Sophia. She was stunning, with confidence that turned heads wherever she went. They danced together, her laughter ringing above the music, and spent hours talking about everything from music to their dreams. Sophia's honesty was refreshing, but as the night went on, she revealed something that caught Adewale off guard. She was a transgender woman. Adewale admired her courage and respected her honesty, but he knew she wasn't the one for him. "You're an amazing person," he said sincerely as they parted ways. "But I'm still searching for something different." The search continued, with Adewale growing more determined than ever to find his true love. The next stop on Adewale's journey for love was a quiet park in central London. It was a sunny afternoon, and the park buzzed with life. Children playing, couples laughing, and street performers entertaining passers-by. Adewale and Kola found a bench near a small pond and sat, taking in the serene atmosphere. As they relaxed, a young woman caught Adewale's eye. She was sitting on a blanket under a tree, reading a book. Her dark curls framed her face, and her soft smile seemed genuine. Adewale nudged Kola. "Look over there. She seems different." Kola groaned. "You say that about every woman. But go ahead, talk to her. I'll stay here and enjoy the view." Adewale approached her cautiously, unsure of how to start a conversation. "Hi," he said with a nervous smile. "I couldn't help but notice your book. What are you reading?" The woman looked up, surprised but not annoyed. "Oh, it's a mystery novel. Do you like books?" They quickly fell into an easy conversation. Her name was Tasha, and she had a warmth about her that Adewale found comforting. They spent the next hour talking about books, life in London, and their favorite places to visit in the city. For the first time in weeks, Adewale felt a spark of hope. But just as he was about to ask if they could meet again, a shadow fell over them. A tall, intimidating man with tattoos covering his arms appeared out of nowhere. "Tasha, who's this?" he demanded, glaring at Adewale. Tasha's face paled. "Derek, this is Adewale. He was just being friendly." Derek didn't seem convinced. "Friendly, huh? Well, he's about to learn some manners." Without warning, he lunged at Adewale, pushing him to the ground. The commotion drew a crowd, and Kola rushed over. "What is going on?" he yelled, pulling Derek off Adewale. A scuffle broke out, and while Kola managed to hold his own, Adewale wasn't used to such chaos. By the time the park's security intervened, Adewale had a bruised cheek and a torn shirt. Tasha apologized profusely, but the damage was done. Adewale knew he couldn't compete with Derek's possessive nature, and he decided to walk away. As they left the park, Kola shook his head. "This is getting ridiculous. How many more disasters are you going to endure before you give up?" Adewale winced as he touched his swollen cheek. "I'm not giving up. She's out there somewhere. I just have to keep looking." A few days later, while cleaning the bank, Adewale's luck seemed to take a turn. It was early morning, and the building was mostly empty except for a few employees who came in early. Adewale was mopping the floor near the lobby when a young woman walked in. She was dressed in a sharp suit, her hair pulled back into a neat bun. She carried herself with confidence but had a kindness in her eyes that immediately caught Adewale's attention. As she passed him, she paused and smiled. "Good morning," she said, her voice warm. Adewale nodded, surprised. "Good morning, ma'am," she chuckled. "You can call me Lisa. And you are?" "Adewale," he replied, still stunned that she was speaking to him. Lisa nodded thoughtfully. "Nice to meet you, Adewale. I see you keep this place spotless." "It's appreciated." Before he could respond, she walked away, leaving him standing there with a goofy smile. Later, Kola teased him mercilessly. "She's way out of your league, my friend." But Adewale couldn't stop thinking about Lisa. Over the next few weeks, They exchanged small talk whenever they crossed paths at the bank. He learned that she was the daughter of the bank's general manager and that she was engaged to a famous musician. Despite her engagement, Lisa's friendly demeanor made Adewale feel like they had a connection. Kola, however, remained skeptical. "She's already taken. Don't get your hopes up," but Adewale couldn't help it. He had a feeling that Lisa might be the one. One crisp Friday morning, the atmosphere at the bank was tense but routine. Adewale was busy polishing the glass doors when he noticed Lisa enter, hand in hand with her boyfriend, an arrogant but well-dressed musician named Marcus. Adewale's heart sank as he watched them laugh together, but he forced himself to focus on his work. Moments later, chaos erupted. 3 masked men stormed into the bank, brandishing weapons. "Everybody down," one of them barked, firing a warning shot into the ceiling. Screams filled the room as customers and employees dropped to the floor. Lisa and Marcus froze, their hands raised in fear. Adewale and Kola, who had just entered the lobby, exchanged a quick glance. Kola whispered, "We need to stay out of this," but Adewale shook his head. "We can't let them hurt anyone." The robbers herded everyone into a corner. One of them grabbed Lisa by the arm and pulled her forward. "You're coming with us." "Insurance," he growled. Lisa's terrified eyes met Adewale's as she struggled against the man's grip. "Let her go," Adewale said, stepping forward. The room fell silent, all eyes on him. The lead robber turned, sneering. "And what are you gonna do about it, janitor?" Adewale didn't reply. Instead, he moved with lightning speed, disarming the robber before he could react. The gun clattered to the floor, and Adewale delivered a swift kick that sent the man sprawling. The other 2 robbers lunged at him, but Kola joined the fray, using his agility to outmaneuver them. Together, they fought with a precision and skill that left everyone in awe. Within minutes, the robbers were subdued, their weapons confiscated. The police arrived shortly after, arresting the would-be criminals. Lisa ran to Adewale, her eyes wide with gratitude. You saved my life," she stammered. Adewale shrugged, trying to downplay the moment. "It was nothing. Just glad you're safe." Marcus, however, looked unimpressed. "Anyone could have done that," he muttered, but Lisa ignored him. Her attention was entirely on Adewale. As the chaos died down, Lisa pulled Adewale aside. "You're more than you seem, aren't you?" she asked softly. Adewale smiled. "Maybe, but I'm just glad you're okay." From that moment, something shifted between them. Lisa couldn't help but see Adewale in a new light, his bravery and skill leaving an indelible impression on her heart. After the robbery, Marcus's behavior began to change. It was as though the incident had magnified his arrogance. He constantly belittled Lisa, accusing her of exaggerating her gratitude toward Adewale. "He's just a janitor, Lisa. Stop talking about him like he's some kind of hero," Marcus snapped one evening during dinner. Lisa's patience wore thin. "He risked his life to save mine," she retorted. "You just stood there, Marcus. You did nothing." The tension between them escalated, and Lisa began to see Marcus in a new, unflattering light. His charm seemed hollow, his confidence nothing more than a mask for insecurity. She started to distance herself from him, seeking solace in her interactions with Adewale. Meanwhile, Adewale continued to work diligently at the bank, though his thoughts often wandered to Lisa. Their conversations grew longer, and their bond deepened. Kola noticed the change and teased him mercilessly. "You're falling for her, aren't you?" Adewale smiled but didn't deny it. "She's different, Kola. She's kind, intelligent, and real." Kola shook his head. "She's still engaged, my friend. Don't get your hopes up." But Adewale couldn't help himself. The more time he spent with Lisa, the more he realized that she was everything he had been searching for. Lisa found herself at a crossroads. Her relationship with Marcus was deteriorating rapidly, and her feelings for Adewale were growing stronger. She admired his humility, his strength, and the way he treated everyone with respect, regardless of their status. One evening, as they walked together after work, Lisa confided in Adewale. "I don't know what to do," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "Marcus. He's not the man I thought he was. And then there's you." She glanced up at Adewale, her expression conflicted. Adewale felt his heart skip a beat but chose his words carefully. "Lisa, I would never want to come between you and your choices. You deserve happiness, and only you can decide what that looks like." Lisa stopped walking and turned to face him. "You don't understand, Adewale. For the first time in a long time, I feel like I can be myself around someone. That someone is you." Adewale's breath caught in his chest. He wanted to tell her how he felt, but the memory of Marcus's presence lingered. "Lisa, I care about you deeply, but I also respect you. If you need time to figure things out, I'll be here." Her eyes softened, and she smiled faintly. "Thank you, Adewale. I think I've already made up my mind." As they parted ways that evening, Lisa couldn't stop thinking about Adewale's honesty and kindness. It was a stark contrast to the manipulative charm she had grown used to with Marcus. Marcus knew something had shifted. Lisa no longer looked at him with the same love she once did, and her growing admiration for Adewale only fueled his desperation. Determined to solidify their relationship and secure her forever, Marcus came up with a bold plan. He approached Lisa's father with an idea for a surprise engagement party at their family home. Marcus presented it as a gesture of love and commitment, knowing her father would support anything that promised stability for Lisa. A surprise engagement party? Lisa's father raised an eyebrow but smiled. That could work. Lisa needs someone steady, someone who'll take care of her. Let's do it. The plan was set. Marcus contacted Lisa's friends and family, inviting them to the grand event, making sure it would be a night to remember. He also made arrangements with the catering team and suggested hiring additional help. By coincidence, Adewale's cleaning service was contracted for the evening to help with cleanup and serve drinks. Marcus had no idea of the connection. That evening, Lisa came home as usual, completely unaware of the surprise awaiting her. As she stepped into the house, she was greeted by cheers and applause. Friends, family, and familiar faces surrounded her, filling the room with warmth and excitement. "What's going on?" Lisa asked, her voice laced with confusion. Marcus emerged from the crowd, beaming. "Lisa, tonight is all about us." He led her to the center of the room. As the music softened and everyone gathered around, Marcus got down on one knee, holding a diamond ring that sparkled under the chandelier lights. "Lisa, you are the love of my life. Will you marry me?" Lisa's breath hitched. The surprise overwhelmed her, and for a moment, she froze. The room erupted in cheers and claps, urging her to answer. Still in shock, she whispered, "Yes." Marcus slipped the ring onto her finger, and she gave him a soft kiss. As Lisa leaned in to kiss Marcus, her gaze shifted and landed on Adewale, who was standing in the background, tray in hand, wearing his server's uniform. His face was composed, but his eyes betrayed the storm of emotions within. Lisa's heart sank. She had no idea he would be here tonight. Her heart felt like it was being torn apart. Lisa found an excuse to sneak out of the room, motioning for Adewale to meet her outside. She sat on a garden chair, her hands trembling, and waited. Adewale approached cautiously, his usual warm smile replaced by quiet sadness. "Lisa, are you okay?" he asked gently, sitting across from her. She nodded but couldn't meet his eyes. I don't know what to do, Adewale. Everyone expects me to marry Marcus. Maybe this is the right path. Maybe it's better for everyone." Adewale's chest tightened, but he kept his voice steady. "Lisa, only you know what's right for your heart. Don't make a choice because it's expected. Make it because it feels true to you." Her eyes filled with tears. "You make it sound so easy, but it's not." "I know it isn't," Adewale said, "but I'll support you, whatever you decide." Lisa reached out and squeezed his hand. "Thank you. That means a lot." Needing a moment to clear her head, Lisa excused herself and walked to the bathroom. She splashed water on her face, trying to steady her thoughts. As she turned to leave, she heard muffled voices from a nearby hallway. She hesitated and peeked around the corner, only to see Marcus passionately kissing her sister. Lisa's world shattered. She gasped audibly, catching their attention. Marcus spun around, his face pale. "Lisa, wait. It's not what it looks like." But Lisa didn't wait. She ran out of the house, her tears blinding her. Marcus chased after her, calling her name. Just as he reached the doorway, her father intercepted him. "Marcus, we need to have a word," her father said firmly, steering him back inside. Lisa kept running until she found herself in the garden. The cool night air wrapped around her, and she sank to her knees, sobbing. The betrayal cut deep, but it also brought clarity. She knew now more than ever what her heart truly wanted, and it wasn't Marcus. Inside, Marcus faced the growing judgment of the guests, while Adewale quietly slipped out of the house, carrying the weight of his own heartbreak. He didn't know what Lisa would choose, but he hoped she would follow her heart, wherever it might lead. The morning after the disastrous engagement party, Lisa woke up with a sense of clarity she hadn't felt in years. She replayed the events of the night in her mind. Marcus's betrayal, Adewale's kindness, and her father's misguided attempts to control her future. It was all too much. She knew it was time to take control of her life. She decided to confront her father first. Over breakfast, she sat across from him, her face resolute. "Dad, we need to talk." Her father looked up, surprised by her tone. "What's on your mind, sweetheart?" Lisa placed the engagement ring on the table between them. "This isn't happening. Marcus isn't the man I thought he was, and I won't marry him." Her father frowned. "Lisa, you're making a rash decision. Marcus has his flaws, but he's stable, successful." "Stable?" Lisa interrupted, her voice rising. "I caught him kissing my sister last night. Is that your idea of stable?" Her father's expression darkened. "I didn't know about that." "Exactly," Lisa said, her voice softening. "Dad, I need to live my life on my terms. I need to follow my heart, not what everyone else thinks is best for me." Her father sighed, finally nodding. "You're right. I just want you to be happy." Lisa smiled faintly. "I know, but happiness doesn't come from forcing something that isn't meant to be." Later that day, Lisa went to the park to clear her head. The crisp air and gentle rustling of leaves helped soothe her. As she wandered the paths, she spotted a familiar figure sitting on a bench, looking out at the pond. It was Adewale. She hesitated for a moment before walking over. "Is this seat taken?" she asked, smiling softly. Adewale looked up, surprised but pleased to see her. "Not at all. Please." They sat in comfortable silence for a moment before Lisa spoke. "Last night was a lot, but it made me realize something." Adewale turned to her, his expression curious. "What's that?" "That I've been searching for something real," Lisa said, meeting his gaze. "And I think I've found it. With you." Adewale's heart swelled, but he remained cautious. "Are you sure, Lisa? I don't want you to feel pressured." Lisa reached out and took his hand. "I've never been more sure of anything. You've shown me what it means to be truly cared for, and I don't want to lose that." Adewale smiled, his eyes shining. "Then let's take this one step at a time." Together, they sat there, hands entwined, watching the ducks glide across the water. For the first time in a long time, both felt a sense of peace. Their journey wasn't over, but they were ready to face it together. The day after Lisa's declaration, Marcus arrived unannounced at Lisa's family home, his face pale but determined. He wore a suit, slightly wrinkled, as though he had hastily dressed for the occasion. There was a desperation in his eyes that had not been there before. Lisa wasn't home yet, but her father was waiting in the living room, nursing a steaming cup of tea. The moment Marcus entered, the air grew thick with tension. "Where's Lisa?" Marcus demanded, his voice trembling with frustration as he glanced around the tastefully decorated room. Lisa's father stood slowly, setting his cup on the coffee table. He folded his arms, his expression a mix of anger and disdain. "She's not here, and even if she were, you wouldn't be welcome. Do you have any idea the damage you've caused?" Marcus shifted on his feet, his jaw tightening. "Damage?" I made a mistake, but Lisa and I can fix this. We belong together, he said, his voice rising as if he were trying to convince himself as much as her father. Her father took a deliberate step forward, his tone icy. A mistake? Kissing her sister is more than a mistake. It's a betrayal. Do you even understand what that means? Lisa deserves someone who respects her and this family, not a self-centered fool. Marcus's face hardened as his pride took a hit. You're blowing this out of proportion, he argued, though his voice faltered slightly. Lisa and I have history. She'll forgive me when she sees how much I love her. Her father's eyes blazed. You're delusional. She's done with you, Marcus. And so am I. Get out of my house and don't come back. For a moment, Marcus looked as though he might push back, but the weight of her father's words silenced him. With a frustrated sigh, he turned and stormed out, slamming the door behind him. As the sound echoed through the house, Lisa's father sighed deeply, shaking his head. Good riddance, he muttered, though the confrontation left an unsettled feeling lingering in the air. Lisa arrived home later that evening, tired but content after spending a peaceful day with Adewale. She had been growing closer to him, and the clarity she had found in his presence felt like a balm to her chaotic life. When she entered the house, her father was waiting in the living room, his expression unusually warm. Lisa, sit down. We need to talk, he said, gesturing to the seat across from him. Lisa hesitated, sensing the weight in his tone, but she complied, placing her bag on the floor as she sat. What is it, Dad? Her father leaned forward, his hands clasped tightly. You remember that cleaner, Adewale? The one you've been seeing? Lisa's heart skipped a beat at the mention of his name. She nodded cautiously. Yes. What about him? He reached into his pocket and handed her a business card embossed with an ornate royal crest. He's not who you think he is, her father said slowly. An entourage from Nigeria came looking for him. He's a prince, Lisa. A real prince. They're asking for him to come home. Lisa stared at the card, her mind racing. The revelation hit her like a tidal wave, stirring a mix of emotions. Betrayal, confusion, and an inkling of understanding. A prince, she whispered, her fingers brushing over the intricate design on the card. Why didn't he tell me? Her father softened slightly, sensing her inner turmoil. Maybe he wanted you to know him for who he is, not his title. But Lisa, this changes everything. You have to think about what this means for you. Lisa stood abruptly, clutching the card. No, it doesn't. I need to hear it from him. I'll decide what it means, she said firmly before leaving the room. Lisa found Adewale at the park, sitting on the same bench where they had shared their first meaningful conversation. The setting sun cast a warm glow over the pond, but the sight of him, hunched over with his hands clasped tightly, made her heart ache. As she approached, Adewale looked up, his expression a mix of surprise and apprehension. Lisa, he began, but she held up a hand, cutting him off. Why didn't you tell me you're a prince? She asked, her voice steady but tinged with hurt. Adewale sighed, the weight of the secret evident in his eyes. I wanted you to know me, not my title, he said softly. I've spent my whole life surrounded by people who only cared about my status. With you, it felt different. Real. Lisa's gaze softened despite the sting of his omission. It was real, she said, but you have to trust me enough to share everything, even the things you're afraid of. Adewale nodded, his gaze earnest. You're right. I should have told you. But Lisa, my feelings for you have nothing to do with who I am back home. They're about the person I've come to know and love here. Lisa's heart swelled, and she reached for his hand. Then let's face this together. No more secrets. Adewale smiled, relief washing over him. Together, he repeated. The moment was both an ending and a beginning, as they resolved to move forward with honesty and unity.